This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon, I should say, as it's just after 4:30 p.m., and we're ready for Game 1 of a doubleheader today. The Denton Ryan Raiders hosting the Flower Mound Jaguars. Thomas Lee here with you, and we are underway. First batter was Connor Wanhanen. He had a dribbler back up the box, and E6 allows him to reach base. So a man on, one error on the board, and stepping to the plate right now is Jamison Hanna, the left fielder. Second batter of the ballgame. In fact, 2 pitches is all you've missed, folks. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Trying to frame on the outside. Pitch misses a little wide. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Sam Watson, the senior right-hander on the mound for the Ryan Raiders. Throw over to first to try and limit the lead of Connor Wanhanen, the senior committed to TCU. 6'2", 185-pound senior. Righty Watson comes home, taking off his Wanhanen. Great throw by the catcher, sliding in behind the tag attempt. Wanhanen is safe. So an error, stolen base. The pitch was a strike as the hit and run was on, and Hanna could not catch up to it. So the right-hander Watson now with a 1-2 count, nobody out, runner on second, top of the first. Swing and a miss, got the K. Got Hanna swinging, first strikeout of the ball game, and there's one out here in the top of the first inning. So that'll bring up the first baseman, Mitch Andrews. Last-minute instructions from Coach Wallace in the third base box. Now digs in with Wanhanen on second. And only one gone here. Top of the first inning. This is the first of 2 because of weather last night. This one postponed to today. And the first pitch from Watson catches on the inside corner to the right-handed swinging Andrews for strike 1. Jaguars 3-3 in district play. Ryan still looking for their first win in 6 tries. In this extremely competitive and unbelievably talented and loaded District 5-5A. Watson paying plenty of attention to Wanhanen. Nothing new there. Connor very fleet of foot. Already stole second. Curveball breaks in. What a nice pitch by Watson. He's now ahead of Andrews, 0-2. 111 stolen bases on the year, second only to Chad Paris, the speedster extraordinaire, who has 18. Wanhanen comes in with a .421 average. Reached on an error, now is on second base. Here's the 0-2 to Mitch Andrews. Swing and a miss. Curveball working here early. Back-to-back strikeouts for Sam Watson. Now it's up to Sean Weimer, the 6'2", 190-pound junior. Fastball, curve, slider change when he gets on the mound here in the bottom half of the inning. But right now, trying to help his cause. Cleanup hitting pitcher for the Jaguars digs in from the right side. Awaits the first pitch from Watson. Right into the zone again, strike one. Watson has challenged the Jaguar hitters here in the top of the first. First pitch strike to each of now 4 consecutive batters. Spinning. Decides not to throw over 2 seconds. Big moment here for Weimer. In this district, you've got to take advantage of these scoring opportunities. Swings at this one, chops it foul down the third base line. That'll be strike 2. 0-2 now the count with 2 outs and a runner on second. Third baseman Tim Millard in the on-deck circle, hoping he has an opportunity to step to the plate here in the first. Deals home and outside. Good eye by Weimer to lay off. Thought it was a nice play by Cade Kennedy, the junior catcher there. As soon as he had it in his mitt, he was looking over to third to see if Juan Hanan tried to swipe the base. Curveball stays high and tight. 2-2 now the count. Watson gets the sign. Checks the runner, deals home, goes after it, down low, gets away, and Kennedy will throw down the first. That'll complete the strikeout. Swinging strikeout 2-3 on the putout, and after an opening error and stolen base, 3 consecutive strikeouts for Watson, and that will do it for the Jaguars in the first. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. Half inning in the books. Flower Mound 0. Ryan coming to bat for the first time after this timeout on CSR TV.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved.
Welcome back here to Denton, Texas. Thomas Lee here with you as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless top of the first as a leadoff error was stranded at second thanks to 3 consecutive strikeouts by Sam Watson. So we head now to the bottom of the first. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 for the Raiders facing off against the Jaguar hurler this afternoon in game 1 of our doubleheader. Sean Weimer, right-hander, fires it in there for strike 1. Weimer 2-0 on the season, 1.87 earned run average. Right-hander kicks and fires the 0-1 off speed, catches the inside corner. It's 0-2. In 15 innings on the season, Weimer has surrendered 10 base hits, 7 runs, only 4 of them earned, 8 walks against 20 strikeouts, has hit 2 batters, and his whip is a 1.2. One, two, can't find the zone. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Shamari Khan, the junior center fielder with a 2-2 rip, can't catch up to it, and that's a strikeout. Swinging strikeout, first strikeout of the game for Weimer, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the first inning. So that'll bring up the catcher, Kate Kennedy. First pitch in there for strike 1. Junior catcher from the right side here. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch finds a home on the zone anyway. 0-2 the count. Oh, 2. Goes after him with the curveball, but it comes inside. Weimer now 1-2 with 1 gone. Can't punch him out there. Good eye by the catcher, Kennedy. The count is 2-2 like it was to Can 1 batter ago. Goes after him. This one spoiled foul. A good job by Kennedy to stay alive and keep the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fielded by Brett Warnack, the Raiders head coach, in the third base box. This one is swung on, fought over towards not only the parking lot, but also a track meet that's going on. Poor kid's doing a triple jump and almost got hit with a foul ball. Should get hazard pay or something like that for that deal. So we'll do 2-2 again. Fights it off. Great at bat here. The second Raider to the plate here in the first. Flower Mound enters with a record of 15-7-1 on a 3-game losing streak, all games in district play. Curveball again spoiled. It's going to take a little visit here from, I think that one came off, and that's that right there is why I gave up catching, as Noah Hill takes a really tough bounce, and he's trying to walk it off right now. Coaching staff coming out to attend to him. Patrick Watson, Danny Wallace, both talking to him. And the home plate umpire doing a very nice job of walking out to the mound to try to give Noah a few extra seconds to try to shake it off. 5'9", 175-pound junior looks like he's okay. Wants to play catch for a minute or two here and just kind of get a couple more minutes to catch his breath. So after a little bit of delay, we have the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming here to Kennedy, as he's already spoiled off 2 once it got to a 2-strike count. Base is clean, 1 out. Here's the 2-2. Goes after it. The gas. Second strikeout in as many batters for Weimer, and there are 2 gone here in the first.
Batting next for the Raiders is number 14, Dimitri Cruz.
So the sophomore shortstop, Dimitri Cruz, now will step to the plate from the right side against the right-hander Weimer with 2 gone here in the first of a scoreless ball game. High and tight. Ball one. Weimer may have gotten the K on Kennedy, but Cade really made him work for it there. And the 9-pitch at bat. This one fouled straight back into your living room there. And that's strike one. Junior Weimer kicks and fires. Off speed in there for a strike. Good looking breaking ball there. Took something off of it. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Goes low and outside, and that'll be ball 2. Non-symmetrically designed ballpark here. Going to go out on a limb and say it's called Raider Field. Get the thumbs up from the locals. That's good. 2-2 swung on, ground ball to short. Nice job gobbling it up. Long throw across to catch the speedy Cruz, and it's in time. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. As Cruz is retired by his opposite shortstop on the field. 1 inning in the books. We're still scoreless between Flower Mound and Denton Ryan here on Champion Sports Radio.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
We go to the top of the second, still scoreless between the Ryan Raiders and the Flower Mound Jaguars. Thomas Lee here with you. First pitch to Millard. Swung on, can't quite hold it back at times. It dives off the table, and that'll be strike one from Watson to Millard. 5, 6, and 7 due up here in this half inning. Takes that one just under the knees for a ball. Tries to frame that pitch. Catcher Kennedy could not get the call. Good swing on that one. Chops it foul down the third base line. The count now evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another one chopped foul on the third base side. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goes down low and swings that one to the left side of the infield. Third baseman charges in and makes a nice play. So Millard retired by his opposite number 6 the third baseman, Grant Golke. So Golke retiring Millard and a long throw across the diamond, and there's one gone here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Noah Hill. Pitch bounces in. That'll be ball one. Off speed in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Hill. Jacobson in the on-deck circle. 1-1. Great break and just a good eye by Hill to lay off. Three and one now, the count from Sam Watson to Noah Hill. Great hitters count for the offensive-minded catcher. Takes a 3-1. It was a little high, maybe it was a little outside, not sure, but the referee said, the umpire, said it did not catch the zone. So that's the second base runner for the Jaguars here tonight. Courtesy runner Chad Paris comes on board on first with 18 stolen bases on the season. So with one gone, runner on first. The top of the second, shortstop Casey Jacobson steps in from the right side against the right-hander Watson. Deals home, fastball, low and inside for ball one. Jacobson and Hill been a 1-2 punch now, going on their second season together on varsity. Paris takes off and slides in head first, and he's safe. 19 stolen base of the year for Paris. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Jacobson. Sean Holhouse in the on-deck circle. And the inning continues. Shimankevich will bat. Right fielder in the 9-hole. Swing and a miss. Good-looking pitch from Watson, diving off the table and outside and away from the right-handed hitting Jacobson. Time called. Blake Jacobson will step out. Jacobson awaiting the 1-2. Turns on it, left side of the infield. Looks the runner back. Throw over is in time. And a very nice play. Once again by Golke, the third baseman. So he looks Paris back, throws across the nab Jacobson. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. Similar situation to the last inning. Jags have 2 outs and a runner in scoring position on second. Watson last time struck out Weimer. Now he'll have to face Holhouse. 5'9", 165-pound junior. First pitch gets away from the catcher. Kennedy spinning around. Paris scampers over to third. Wild pitch allows the runner to advance a station. We count 1-0. At the knees on the corner, strike one. One ball and one strike. That one stays high. Now it's a 2-1 count to Whole House with Paris on third. After Hill worked a walk, Paris's courtesy runner came in, advanced to second on a stolen base, to third in a wild pitch. Pitch is swung on. Great piece of hitting. It's going to drop in, and the Jaguars take a 1-0 lead. On the RBI single by Sean Whole House, driving in Chad Paris. The Jaguars again take a 1-0 lead. There's that kind of clutch two-out hitting that Flower Mound had in spades last year. This year hasn't quite been the same situation. First base hit of the ball game for either team. First pitch bounces in. Stefan Shimankevich signed to go play at Hill Junior College next year. The senior is 6 foot, 175 pounds. Whole House on first, batting with 2 outs. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch finds a home in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Drops in for a strike. Great pitch by Watson. Two and two the count. Fans still arriving here. Of course, a very early start for a varsity ball game. 4:30 first pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and ball gets lost down in the dirt. Whole House in with a stolen base at second. Count is now full 3-2. Shimmy stepping out, now digs back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on second, 1 run already across here in the top of the second inning. Curveball.
That wasn't a strike, are you kidding me?
And I think the home plate umpire might be the only one in the field that didn't think that one was a strike.
Why are we jumping up, catcher? All right, Con, hit something hard, somewhere line drive, big guy.
Second walk.
We just have a way, don't we? Goodness gracious.
So Shimankevich is on first. Whole House on second. The lineup will reset. Connor Wanhanen digs in from the left side against the right-hander Watson. First pitch, nice block by Kennedy. Keep that one in front of him. It'll be ball 1. Wanhanen first pitch swinging back in the first, reached on an error. And now Warnack will come out to the mound to talk to his battery. Probably try to calm everybody down after the disappointment on the call that they thought was strike 3 but was awarded ball 4. And Shimankevich reaches first base. Home plate umpire comes out now. Warnack probably getting the opportunity that he really wanted when he walked out there. A few words with our home plate umpire on the walk back to the dugout.
We're up on it.
Watson comes set. Runners at first and second. 1-0. Catches on the outside corner for a strike. Two-run from Watson. Juan Hanen swings, and this will be a foul dribbler over towards the on-deck circle. So Watson a strike away from getting out of this inning without any further damage. Swung on. Runners, as you can see, were in motion. We'll have to head back to their station. Juan Hanen digs in. Whole house on second. Shimmies on first. Wheels and fires. No. Fake throw. Starts to get away. They throw over, and a nice job by Whole House, who was completely faked out by the play.
Tag where the bag is, guys.
And he's able to slide back just ahead of the swipe. Well executed fake there by Watson. Comes set, checks the runners. 1-2. Just gets a piece of it to stay alive. Had some pretty big at-bats in this ball game. This is already the sixth pitch here from Watson to Juan Hanen. And Watson spins and steps off and looks Whole House back. Now deals home. Swung on and driven to the gap in right center field. It's going to get down. The go sign is on. Whole House is around third and hits the pay station. Coming home is Shimankevich, and it's a stand-up triple, and the ball gets away. Juan Hanen digging for home, and he scores. Two-run triple, and Juan Hanen comes home on the error. Three more runs across, and the Jaguars now take a 4-0 lead.
Started with the non-strikeout call.
So we're 4 runs across now here. The top of the second. First pitch swinging. And it's going to be a foul ball as it comes off the bat of Jamison Hanna. Hit him and then rolled out into the field to play. That'll be strike one. Hanna with the strikeout swinging back in the first. He's up for the second time in as many innings here. With 2 gone here in the top of the second. And a 4-0 Flower Mound lead. Beautiful breaking ball from Watson. Drops in for a strike. 0-2 the count. Watson kicks and fires. Comes in and gets a piece of Hanna. that'll bring up Mitch Andrews.
That was nice, Coach.
Number 5.
So the inning continues for the Jaguars offensively. Defensively for Denton Ryan. Ryan Burks is in left field. Shamari Can is in center. Carnell Irby over in right. Playing fairly straight away against the right-handed hitting Mitch Andrews. Good eye letting that one bounce in. Watson falls behind 1-0 to Andrews, who he struck out on 3 pitches in the first. Runner takes off. Sliding in safely is Hannah. Not much of a play there for Kennedy as the Jags take off on an off-speed pitch by Watson. Kennedy had to knock it down and collect it, and then because it went over into the right-handed batter's box, had to get outside and around the batter Andrews, who was frozen in his tracks. Fastball, spoiled foul down the third base line. 2-1 the count to Andrews. Grant Golke is at third. Shortstop Dimitri Cruz. Coleman Grubbs, the second baseman. At first is Blake Grillhessel. You know the battery. Cade Kennedy behind the plate. Sam Watson on the mound. Two and 1 the count. Off speed. That's going to be foul out of play over towards the shot put area, where they're actually playing Frisbee. There's nobody actually competing. That's good news. A lot of activity here. Ryan High School on a beautiful Friday afternoon here. First week of April. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first to complete the strikeout. 4th strikeout of the game for Watson. And that'll do it for the Jags in the second. They do post up 4 runs. They do it to the benefit of 2 base hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. Inning and a half of the books. 4-0. Jags lead it on Champion Sports Radio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball
And welcome back to Denton Ryan High School. 4-0 Jaguars lead it as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Weimer the lead in his pocket. Kicks and fires, and it's a swing and a miss. 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the second for the Raiders. Ryan Burks, the left fielder, the junior, hacks at another one. Fouls that one off, and the count is quickly 0-2. We'll see a lot more of Ryan in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Yes. 3rd strikeout for Weimer. There's 1 gone here in the home half of the second. With a junior Burks retired, second baseman steps up. Cody McBee pops this one up high into the sky. Shortstop Jacobson underneath it. He'll make the catch. So far, 4 pitches and 2 outs here in the second. And Weimer will now face junior first baseman Blake Grillhessel. Stepping in from the left side. Weimer gets a sign and fires. High and outside, ball 1. Four of 6 batters Weimer has faced, he's got a first pitch strike to. This one not the case. One of the exceptions is he paints the outside corner for a strike. Good frame job by Noah Hill. McBee, the senior. Grillhessel drives this one to short. To Hopper. 6-3, busy half inning for Jacobson with a couple of putouts. And that'll do it for the Raiders in the second. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on base. 2 complete innings in the books. 4-0. Flower Mound on top of Denton Ryan. You're watching CSR TV. Back to Denton after these messages. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com. Head to the third inning for the Jaguars. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Weimer, followed by Millard and Hill. 4, 5, and 6 to up against Sam Watson. 4-0, the Jaguars lead it. This pitch comes in tight, and it's now a 2-0 count. Watson struck out Weimer back in the first inning. Breaking ball can't get into the zone, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes. Watson in 2 innings, surrendering 2 base hits, struck out 4, walked 2, allowed 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. A wild pitch and a hit batter. Automatic in there for a strike. "3-1. Just above the letters. Leadoff walk here in the third. So Tim Millard will step up. Last minute instructions from Coach Wallace in the third base box. Swings at one down in the dirt. Good looking pitch by Watson. That's strike 1. Millard led off the second with a ground ball to Golke at third. What a great looking off-speed pitch there. Really dove down and away. Millard cannot catch up to it. Good looking slider from Watson, who's a 3-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider, and changeup. Gets a hold of this one, pops it up to right field, and underneath it is Irby. He'll make the catch, the throw back to first, gets away from the first baseman. And all hands are safe. So fly ball to right, first out.
For the Jaguars, number 2, Noah Hill.
Not officially an error, but some new life. For the Jaguars here in the third inning. Trying to add to a 4-0 lead. First pitch to Hill, puts down the bunt, third base side, fielded by the pitcher, Watson. Throw is downstairs and gets away from the first baseman. Hill turns the corner, heading to second. And with only one out now, the Jaguars will have runners at second and third. A great scoring opportunity here. I believe the official ruling is going to be an E1 on the play. Paris comes back in to run for Hill at second base, and Raiders will bring the infield in on the grass. First pitch. Can't find the zone. Comes just inside on Jacobson. Talking with Coach Warnack before the ball game. Says baseball is a simple game. Whoever pitches the best, doesn't beat themselves with errors, plays good defense, gets a couple hits. That's how baseball goes. A couple errors have been the biggest of differences here this afternoon. Pitch comes in tight on the fastball. Count is now 2-0. Jacobson digs in. Watson with the sign. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on. And that is going to be hit to center field. Throw home is going to be offline. And tagging and scoring on the play is Pollock, the courtesy runner. Paris took off to third. The throw goes wide. He comes home as well. So sacrifice fly RBI to center field for Jacobson to bring in Pollock. And then an error allows Paris to score as well. $6-0 now the score. Jags on top here, top third. First pitch on the outside corner to the second baseman, Sean Holhouse. Drops through the zone, catches at the knees before it falls off. So Watson with a 0-2 count here on Holhouse with 2 gone here in the top of the third inning. Good eye by Holhouse to hold up. One-two pitch from full windup. Grounder right back. Good job fielding his position. Underhand toss over to first. 1-3 if you're scoring at home, and that'll do it for Holhouse and the Jags in the third. Not before they tack on 2 more runs. They do it without the benefit of a base hit. There were 2 errors in the inning, and nobody left the board. 2.5 in the book, 6-0 Flower Mound on top of Denton Ryan. Back to Raider Field after this timeout. You're watching CSR TV.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Hey, what does this word make you think of? Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. So what's the word?
No, that is the word.
You lost me.
All right, who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker. There was only soda crackers.
Maybe they're not getting enough art. Kids who participate in the arts do better and in life. To learn more, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music and Martha Graham's dance. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
At the bottom of the third inning, 6-0 is your score. 6 runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Jaguars. For the Ryan Raiders, no runs, no hits, 4 errors. And Weimer will attack 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup here in the third inning. First pitch a ball, second pitch a strike to the third baseman, Grant Golke, the junior. One perfectly on the outside corner. Framed well by Hill, and count a ball and 2 strikes. Off speed, swing and a miss. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Weimer, and there's 1 gone here in the third. So that'll bring up the senior designated hitter, Maurice Arterberry. Dig in from the right side against the right-hander, Sean Weimer. First pitch outside, ball 1. Jamison Hanna is in left, Connor Wanhanen in center. Stefan Shimenkiewicz over in right. This pitch is popped up. Playable for Hill. Knocks off the mask and makes the catch right over the plate. Great job by the catcher, Noah Hill, make the catch after throwing off his mask and tracking the ball in the late afternoon sky. And that'll be second out here in the third inning. Wanhanen, as usual, playing good 15 yards towards right. Off of the wind, and Weimer reels back. The gas on Carnell Irby. Sophomore can't catch up to it. 0-1. Low and outside. 1-1 now the count. Wanhanen has such tremendous speed. The breeze is coming in from left field, blowing almost in from left field towards first base. Pitch stays high, 2-1 the count. Wanhanen's belief is that he can track anything down. He covers a lot of room there in center field. 2-1, hammered foul down the third base line. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aside from Cade Kennedy, who fouled off 4 pitches on a 2-strike count in the first, that's one of the few balls put into play, albeit foul. On cue, ground ball to second, scooped up by the first baseman. The throw over to Weimer, covering the bag is in time. Nice play, Andrews to Weimer. 3-1 if you're scoring at home, and that'll do it for the Raiders in the third. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on base. 3 full in the books. Jaguars leading at 6-0 on Denton Ryan on Champion Sports Radio.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Head to the fourth inning. 6-0, Flower Mound on top. First pitch, Shimankevich with a bunt down the first field line. Watson can't quite get it over to Grillhessel. And Shimmy's aboard to start things off here. The top of the fourth. So the lineup will reset. 9-1-2 we're due up here in this half inning. Shimankevich reaches. Hanna now at the plate. Ball gets past and through the wickets of Kennedy. Shimankevich will scamper over to second. That'll be ball one to Juan Hanna, who had the biggest at-bat in the ball game thus far. With 2 down in the second, delivered a 2-run triple and then came around to score himself on an error. Watches that one. The slider move outside. 2-0 the count. So a big 2-run triple and a run scored on an error in that at-bat for Juan Hanna. That way, what was a 1-0 lead into a 4-0. Jaguars then went on to add 2 more in the third, and that's where we sit. 6-0 as Flower Mound bats here in the top of the fourth. The 3-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Good location there by Watson, who's pitched well, has only allowed 2 base hits, has walked 3. But he struck out 4 Jaguars here in 3 innings. Pitch outside, it's walk number 4. First 2 men for the Jaguars aboard here in the fourth. And now the 2-hole hitting left fielder Jamison Hanna will come to the plate. Struck out swinging in the first, hit by a pitch, and then stole second in the second. Now up for the 3rd time here in the top of the fourth. Corner infielders are in Golke and Grillhessel at 3rd and 1st respectively. Balk is the call. And the runners will each advance the station. So great RBI opportunity now for Hanna with runners at 2nd and 3rd. And nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Swings right into the glove. The second baseman. That's some good hand-eye coordination there for Cody McBee. So Hanna, with a great job of putting the bat on the ball, just hit it right at McBee at 2nd. It's the first out here in the fourth. So with one gone, runners in second and third, first baseman Mitch Andrews steps to the plate. First pitch comes inside to Andrews, struck out swinging in the first and second innings. Two of Watson's 4 strikeouts in the game. Punching out Andrews. Goes downstairs, gets a piece to spoil that one. Now a ball and a strike to count. Jim Minkiewicz on third, Juan Hanen on second. Two of the fastest Jaguars on the team, both in scoring position. Infield steal in, worked out against Hanna, as McBee was able to snag the ball out of the air. Bunt is foul. The count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Set the defense here in the top of the fourth inning for the Ryan Raiders. Ryan Burks in left, Shamari Can in center, Carnell Irby over in right, maybe a few steps towards right, playing the wind more than any tendency off the right-handed bat of Andrews. Turns, smokes this one in the air down the left field line, but foul. Again, the infield in on the grass. Grant Golke at third. Dimitri Cruz, the shortstop. Cody McBee at second. Blake Grillhessel over at first. 1 ball, 2 strike count with 1 out here. Watson comes set. Deals over the head of the third baseman. It bounces in left field for a base hit. Go sign is on. Shimmy scores. Juan Hanen trucks in and slides through the pay station. It's a 2-run single for Mitch Andrews, and now an 8-0 Flower Mound lead. Great piece of hitting by Andrews. So he was able to just get it over the head of Golke at third. It's a 2-run single. First pitch swung on, stays fair. Nobody covering the bag. Weimer beats it out. So Andrews moves to second. And that might be the end of the afternoon for Sam Watson. Step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll resume play here, top of the fourth. It's already 8-0 Flower Mound with 1 gone, runners at first and second. And we'll continue this fourth inning when we return to Denton, Texas after this timeout on Champion Sports Radio.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the #1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard. Many heart conditions can be fixed.
And welcome back to Denton, Texas. Thomas Lee here with you. Champion Sports Radio coverage of Flower Mound Jaguar baseball continuing on here with a doubleheader this afternoon. Rain washed out game one of this two-game set this week last night. So now as we head to the bottom, we continue playing the top of the fourth inning. It's 8-0 Flower Mound. New pitcher on the mound is Michael Cannon. And the first pitch is in there for strike one to Tim Millard. Watson, 3 1/3 innings, 4 base hits surrendered, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 8 runs, only 4 of them earned, 1 wild pitch, 1 hit batter. And he is responsible for the 2 runners on base. Millard smokes this one foul down the third base line, and the count is 0-2. 0-2 the count. Cannon paying attention to the runners. Andrews on second. Pollock running for Weimer on first. Ground ball through the left side of the infield, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Stop sign was up, and a good decision there by Danny Wallace. But a sharply hit single through the left side of the infield will load the bases for the Jaguars here in the top of the fourth inning. The only out here in this fourth. A laser shot off the bat of Jamison Hanna right to the second baseman, Cody McBean. That'll be the 5th base hit of the ball game for the Jags. And Ryan Sloma now will bat. 5'9", 175-pound senior. First pitch bounces in. Ball 1. Big opportunity for the senior catcher here with the bases juice full of Jags. Cannon, full windup. Pitch is high, 2-0 now the count. .2-0 from Cannon. Swung on. Stays fair. Third baseman's going to let it roll, and it's going to stay in the field of play. Infield RBI single for Ryan Sloma as Andrews comes in to score. And it's now a 9-0 Flower Mound lead. All hands safe. A big RBI for Sloma. That is the 5th RBI of the year for the senior catcher. Paris comes on to run for him at first. Now the shortstop, Casey Jacobson, steps to the plate. Well, no courtesy runner. That'll be a question to ask Coach Wallace. He quickly came over and said that Sloma had to run. So Sloma's on first. Millard's on second. Pollock running for Weimer is on third. First pitch swinging. Jacobson pops it up high into the air. Calling it off as the first baseman, and Drill Hessel will make the catch a couple feet in front of home plate. Jacobson just got underneath it. And that'll be the second out here in the fourth. So the second baseman, Sean Holhouse, now will step up. Same situation. Bases loaded. Now 2 outs, though, for Cannon. Will allow back-to-back base hits to the first 2 batters he faced. Swinging at the first pitch, gets back up and through the legs of Cruz, the shortstop. Pollock is home. Chugging around, Millard touches the pay station. And it's now an 11-0 Flower Mound lead. And Jim Minkiewicz, who led off here in the fourth, now will bat for the second time in this half inning. Runners at first and second, 2 gone. First pitch almost hits Shimmy, comes in tight for ball 1. Low and outside. No, excuse me. Catches the outside corner. And that'll be a strike. Look back to second. Cannon fires home. Bounces in. Runner takes off. Sliding in. Gets around the bag. And he's out.
Got to scramble after the ball quickly.
So a heads-up play there will close the book on the fourth inning with a 2-1 count. As Sloma is caught trying to take off and take the extra base. That'll close the book on the fourth. 5 runs come across for the Jaguars on the benefit of 4 base hits. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. 3.5 of the books. Flower Mound with an 11-0 lead on Denton Ryan. Back to Raider Field after this timeout on CSR TV.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/ChampionSportsRadio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and Facebook.com/ChampionSportsRadio. Your home for championship social media.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved.
Take me out to the ball game.
Head to the bottom of the fourth inning, 11-0 Flower Mound on top of Denton Ryan. Thomas Lee here with you from Raider Field. This 2-0 pitch is swung on and popped up. It's going to get over our heads, over towards the grill. And the count is now 2-1 to Shamari Can. 1, 2, and 3 due up here in the fourth inning. Swings and a ground ball for Hopper to Jacobson. Long throw across to Andrews in time. 6-3 if you're scoring at home as Can is retired for the first out here in the fourth. Couple defensive changes to notify you of. Ryan Sloma staying in to catch. He's behind the plate. Out at second is Ryan Schneider. Schneider, the 5'8", 135-pound junior, now playing second. First pitch back to the screen for strike one as Weimer is ahead of Kate Kennedy, the catcher, 0-1. Pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0 the count. One pitch at the knees for a strike. Good late movement on that one. And Kennedy with a 1-2 count now. Off speed, stays high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes now with 1 out. Weimer pitching to Kennedy. Low and outside, now the count is full. First 3-ball count of the afternoon for Weimer. Sean kicks and fires. The heater popped up, spoiled. Over and harmlessly falling to the ground. A lot of activities we've mentioned a couple times here. Track meet going on. This game's not even supposed to be here tonight. We're supposed to be at the Mound at Flower Mound, but rain washed out last night. And since this is a 3-game series, this one's fouled straight over our heads and out of play. Easiest thing to do. Simply to say, okay, we'll play 2 here today, and then the final game of the regular season now is moved back to the Mound at Flower Mound. Payoff pitch again spoiled off. Well, this is what Kennedy does. He had a 2-2 count and turned it into a 9-pitch at-bat in the first. And Weimer is about to deliver the 9th pitch of this at-bat here. Weimer gets the sign from Sloma. The windup in the pitch. Gas, got him. 5th strikeout for Weimer. 2 gone here in the 4th. I'd like to thank some of the proud sponsors of Jaguar Baseball here on Champion Sports Radio, including Raising Cane's on Main Street in Louisville and their new location, FM 407 in Flower Mound. They love to support Jaguar Baseball. Their one love is cooked-to-order chicken finger meals along with a unique Raising Cane secret sauce. Lupe Villarreal, the managing partner, gives back to the community because it's the right thing to do. If you're looking for ways to raise money for your organization, give Lupe a call. Raising Cane's, Main Street in FM 407. 1-0 pitch, grounded foul down third baseline. Sean Holhouse now playing third. So Hanna in left, Wanhanen in center, Shimankevich in right. Holhouse is at third, Jacobson the shortstop, Schneider at second, Mitch Andrews at first. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And our home plate umpire, he got lost to the count. He was going for the punch out. It's only strike 2. Battery Ryan Sloma behind the plate and Sean Weimer on the mound. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball in tight, 2-2. This inning is also sponsored by Syracuse Sausage, the best sausage in Texas. I'm about to go get one here in between these 2 games. I think I could smell it out there in the parking lot. 2-2 pitch stays high, 3-2. Jags want to thank Syracuse Sausage for a 5-year partnership. Don't leave a Jaguar ball game without getting your very own Syracuse sausage. Payoff pitch. Gas again. 6th strikeout of the game for Weimer. And that'll do it for the home half of the 4th. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on base. 4 complete in the books. 11-0 your score. Jaguars on top. Back to Raider Field after this timeout on CSR TV.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
This happening at Jaguar Baseball is sponsored in part by D-Bat Louisville, the premier climate-controlled baseball and softball academy with 10 cages and a fully stocked pro shop. Stop by the academy tomorrow with your ticket from tonight's game and receive 75 free pitches from one of 3 pitching machines. Visit their website for more information, dbatlouisville.com. Thomas Lee here with you. Wonderful afternoon for baseball. The count is now, I believe, 1-1 to Alec Pollock batting in the 9 hole. Bounces in. The scoreboard now says 2-1, so that's what I thought. Michael Cannon out, beginning his first full inning of work, came on in relief last inning. Pollock swings, can't catch up to that one. 2-2 the count. There's a strikeout, tag to complete it. First strikeout for Cannon. And the first out here in the 5th. Jaguars want to thank proud sponsor Point of Origin Design, your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. They offer a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. This pitch is swung on and grounder to short, gets under the glove of Cruz. All hands are safe. So, one gone, runner on first. Jamison Hanna now will step up to the plate. Cannon comes set. Deals home. Want to know the count to Hanna. Struck out swinging in the first against Watson. Then was hit by a pitch. So takes that one outside. 2-0 now the count. Had that really hard hit ball right at the second baseman McBee last inning. Now up here for the 4th time in the 5th. Takes that one outside. Now 3 balls and no strikes to count. (3-0), and it takes it outside. That's ball 4. So Paris reaches on an error. Hanna with a 4-pitch walk. And Thomas Jeffries, the junior first baseman, will step up to the plate. Paris on second. Hannah on first. One gone here, top of the fifth, 11-0. Jaguars leading here in game one of our doubleheader. A little more on Point of Origin Design with competitive pricing and quality work. You can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. Visit pointoforigindesign.com for more information. So up steps Thomas Jeffries. First pitch, low and outside, ball one. Jeffries, .308 average on the year, no homers and RBI. He's got a pair of stolen bases. RBI opportunity here. Runners on first and second. So he takes a strike. 1-1 the count to Jeffries. That one's outside. 2 balls and a strike to count. This inning also brought to you by AOS Engineering, a proud sponsor of Jaguar Baseball. It's a commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering firm based in Plano. They're registered in multiple states and provide engineering services for multiple types of projects. Give them a call, 214-423-3030, or visit aos-engineering.com to see how they can help you on your next project. AOS, providing exceptional engineering services without compromising integrity. This one is swung on and gets down in the gap in left center field. Go sign is on for Paris. And it's an RBI double for Thomas Jeffries. Paris scores and makes it a 12-0 Flower Mound lead. Pitch bounces in. New Jaguar batter. Darren Arnold, the 5'7", 150-pound junior. Off speed, stays high. Count is now 2-0. Dr. Richard J. Martin is a proud sponsor of Jaguar Baseball. He's a board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeon conveniently located in Louisville for over 10 years. Specializes in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, and has an in-office 3D cone beam scanner. He files most dental insurances as well. Call his office 972-434-0050 to set up a consultation. Here's a 2-1 to Arnold. Low and inside, 3-1 the count. One out here, top of the fifth. 1 run already across to make it 12-0 Flower Mound. Hannah's on third. Jeffries on second. Off speed stays high. It's a walk. Bases are loaded. Cannon running into a little problem here in the fifth. So Ryan Snyder now will step up. Bases loaded. Only 1 gone here in the fifth. First pitch at the knees for a strike. The Texas Sticks Baseball Club is an organization of select teams with the common goal of player development. The Sticks program is designed to help athletes move on to play collegiate-level baseball through hard work and exposure by playing at the highest level of competitive baseball. Visit Texas Sticks, that's TexasStix.com for more information. Ball got away. Kennedy tracked it down. Count is now 1-1 to Schneider. Turns on this one and spoils it foul down the third base line. Hannah on third. Jeffries on second. Arnold on first. With one gone, here's the 1-2 to Snyder. Again, swung on, and it's foul over on the third base side. Raiders, like the Jaguars, use the third base dugout as their home dugout at home. So the pitch stays outside and downstairs, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anamias is a proud sponsor of Jaguar Baseball. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices, from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. Anamias is the best Mexican restaurant in Flower Mound and a top Dallas caterer. As Snyder swings and misses, second strikeout for Cannon, and 2 gone here in the 5th. Anamias is conveniently located at 1900 Long Prairie Road. Open Sunday through Friday 11 to 10 and on Saturdays until 10:30. Everybody goes home happy after eating at Anamias. So now Sloma will step up to the plate. RBI single back in the 4th. Bases are loaded. 2 gone, though. Pitch comes inside, and that'll be ball 1. Today's ball game also brought to you by Rapid Med Urgent Care in Highland Village, a family-owned business delivering the best, most convenient medical care to friends and neighbors. Range of services include primary care to urgent care, immunizations, school and sports physicals, and much more. Rapid Med is proud to provide the latest in concussion management through its Impact program via Texas Health Sports Network. Visit rapidmed.com for more information. Sloma spoils a pitch foul. Count is now 1-1 with 2 gone. Bases loaded here, top of the 5th. Again, coming in tight. 2-1 the count. 12-0 the score. Seven base hits for the Jaguars. Low and inside again. Great hitters count. 3-1 upcoming for Sloma, who delivered on a 2-0 pitch. Probably only hit it about 30 or 40 feet, but it didn't roll foul. The third baseman, Golke, came up. Pitch is swung on and hit a ton down the left field line, and it's going to bounce and roll to the wall. The go sign is on for Hannah, who touches the pay station. Jeffries as well. It's a 2-run double for Ryan Sloma. Courtesy runner for Sloma. That's Thomas Lauer, 6'1", 160-pound junior. First pitch swung on right into the glove of Cruz. Good swing put on there, but unfortunately was hit right at the defender for Skylar Cox. Cox with a line out to short, and that'll do it for the 5th, but not until the Jaguars plate 3 more runs. They do it on the benefit of 2 base hits. There was an error, and 2 runners left aboard. 14-0. Flower Mound on top of Denton Ryan. Last chance time for the Raiders. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Jags 3 outs away from ending the district skid. See if they can do it when we come back here to Raider Field after this timeout on CSR TV.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need StatGeek, the simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. StatGeek is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well. On the web at StatGeek.com. StatGeek, keep your eye on the ball.
Welcome back to Raider Field. We head to the bottom of the fifth, 14-0 Flower Mound on top of Denton Ryan. Thomas Lee here with you. The Jaguars look to close this thing out here in the fifth. It'll be the middle third of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Burks, McBee, and Grillhessel. The first pitch from Sean Weimer. Swing and a miss by Burks, and that'll be strike one. Got some defensive changes. Get to you after the 0-1 pitch. Curveball high inside, 1-1 the count. Jamison Hanna is still in left field. Chad Paris now in center, and Alec Pollock over in right. At the knees for strike two. So Hanna in left, Paris in center, Pollock in right. Sean Holhouse, the third baseman. Jacobson still at short. Ryan Schneider playing second. Mitch Andrews remains in the game at first. Gets a piece of it. No, doesn't get a piece of it. Swinging strikeout, 2-3 on the putout as Sloma throws down to Andrews. Seventh strikeout in the ball game for Weimer, and there's one gone here in the fifth.
For the Raiders is number 12, Cody McBee.
So Cody McBee, the second baseman, now will take in. And the battery again, Ryan Sloma behind the plate, Sean Weimer on the mound. Off speed, inside, ball one. McBee popped up on the first pitch he saw to Casey Jacobson over at short. That was back in the second. Low and outside, 2-0 the count. This half inning is sponsored by Kohl's. You can expect great things from Kohl's and the Kohl's Cares Community Volunteer Program. Kohl's is a proud 5-year sponsor of Jaguar baseball. And the pitch comes in and I think got the end of the bat. Boy, sometimes better to be lucky than good. That ends up being a strike and not a hit batter. 2-1 pitch from Weimer. Gas. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 1 out. The 2-2. Take something off that one. Count is full. Third batter in the ball game that's gone to a 3-strike count for the Raiders against Weimer. Payoff pitch. Stays high. First base runner of the ball game. For Denton Ryan, it's a full count walk to Cody McBee. So Blake Grillhessel will step up. 6-hole hitting first baseman, grounded out to Jacobson at short back in the second. Weimer from the stretch for the first time this afternoon. First pitch swung on, hit a ton into the air. Paris tracking it, is underneath it and will make a catch. Fly ball to center, second out here in the fifth, and the Raiders are down to their final out. Flower Mound Chiropractic in the office of Dr. Nick Ponomarenko is a proud sponsor of Jaguar baseball. The office is located just behind right center field at 3121 Cross Timbers Road, Suite 100, and they accept new patients and all forms of insurance. Visit their website at flowermoundchiropractic.com for more information. Grant Golke, the third baseman, digs in with 2 gone. Jaguars 1 out away from a Game 1 victory. Throw over to first, and McBee has to dive back. One-0. Breaks down and underneath the zone. 2-0 the counts. This, of course, Game 1 of a doubleheader. We'll have Game 2 coming up momentarily. Fastball in there for a strike, 2-1. Not entirely sure if they will actually wait until 7:30 for the first pitcher. If we may get going immediately, we'll have to stay tuned to find out. Pitch is swung on, driven to right field. Coming in and underneath it is Pollock. He makes the catch, and that'll do it. It's a no-hitter for Sean Weimer, a 5-inning no-hitter. He strikes out 7, allows 1 walk, only base runner of the ballgame. And that'll do it as the Jaguars win it 14-0 over Denton Ryan. 14 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Jaguars. For the Raiders, no runs, no hits. 5 errors on the ballgame. May actually have been more than that. 6 errors, in fact, in the contest. Denton Ryan leaving 1 base runner. The Jaguars, meanwhile, stranding 5. Big 14-0 win for the Jags in Game 1 over Denton. Ryan Weimer with a 5-inning no-hitter. We'll step aside for a break and we'll wrap things up here from Raider Field after this timeout on CSR TV.
Broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schwab, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number 1 cause of death among student-athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org and let your heart be heard.
And welcome back here to Ryan Raider Field. Thomas Lee here with you. Champion Sports Radio's coverage of Flower Mound Jaguar baseball. Continuing after a 14-0 win for the Jags over the Denton Ryan Raiders. 14-0 again, the final. A no-hit 5-inning effort by Sean Weimer, highlighting the offensive attack as a ton of players came alive
worked the count, and Coach Wallace was able to empty the bench and get a lot of guys in and get some at-bats that may not normally see action in district play. This, of course, is game one of a doubleheader. We'll have game two here momentarily, as the Jaguars will stay here, and I think I got official word 7 o'clock will be the first pitch of that contest. So in about 45 minutes, we'll have game two of this doubleheader. Of course, rain washing out. Rain washing out last night's action, and as a result, we have this very non-traditional doubleheader here from Denton Ryan. We're so glad, if you couldn't make it out today, that you tuned into Champion Sports Radio to watch the contest. 5 innings for Sean Weimer, 71 pitches thrown, 45 for strikes in the no-hit bid. 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk, and he faced 1 over the minimum, allowing a 1-out walk to Cody McBee in the 5th inning. That was the only base runner of the contest. The lone walk issued. Weimer pitching a gem here this afternoon. The other side of the coin, 14 runs in the ball game. The Jaguars pound out just 7 base hits, very opportunistic, taking advantage of 6 errors. And a whole host of characters getting in on the action. Juan Hanan scoring 2 runs, driving in 2, as he was 1 for 2 with a triple, reached on an error, stole a base, and also walked and scored in the 4th. Chad Paris reached on an error in the 5th and scored a run there. Also was running for Noah Hill and scored a pair of runs in each of the 2nd and 3rd innings. Jamison Hanna, 0 for 2 in the contest. Was hit by a pitch, stole a base in the 2nd, walked and came around to score in the 3-1 5th. Mitch Andrews finishes 1 for 3, pair of strikeouts, but a 2-run single. Came around to score in the 4th inning. Thomas Jeffries hit for him in the 5th. RBI double for him, came around to score as well. Sean Weimer struck out, walked, got a base hit. 2 runs were scored by Pollock. Darren Arnold batted for him in the 5th and worked a walk. In the 5 spot, Tim Millard. He was 1 for 3. Ryan Schneider hit for him in the 5th. Millard with a single and a run scored in the 4th inning. Noah Hill 0 for 1 officially, but worked a walk. Paris came on. Remember, he had the 2 runs scored running for Hill and also the stolen base. Ryan Sloma, pretty great night off the bench. 2 for 2 and 3 RBIs for the backup catcher. And we'll pause our look at the Jaguar box score. I'm visited by Danny Wallace, the head coach, and you've been waiting for your offense to take advantage of opportunities, Coach, and they did that to the tune of 14 runs up on the board in 5 innings.
Yeah, there's some things got going. I'm hoping that maybe that'll be a stepping stone to future games. So after we got the 2-out hit by a whole house, you could feel the dugout breathe because that's been the issue. And then we took advantage of some mistakes. They had a rough day out there in the field. So that's what we got to do, though.
Any opportunity you get, you guys have been good, in your 2 years here of taking advantage. Today, though, it didn't really feel like a district game. It felt maybe it's the afternoon, maybe it's the kids should have been in school probably when the game started, and I don't know. It had a totally different feel. It had that non-district tournament type feel. You got a lot of guys in there too. Do you feel a different energy in the dugout whenever you can run out almost nearly your entire roster?
Well, sure, everybody wants to play, and it did feel like a tournament game. We talked about it, middle of the day, going to play twice, which you do in tournament days, and we kind of addressed that and to make sure we were focused, and now we have to turn around and play another one and make sure that we get a win and not let the outcome affect the start of this one.
Sean Weimer takes a start, throws a 5-inning no-hitter. That one pesky walk in the 5th inning away from a perfect game. He had some pretty electric stuff out there, and when he rears back, that fastball is pretty tough to catch up to.
Yeah, Sean's been special every time we've given him the ball, minus the very first day of the year, and since then he's just been special is the best word to describe him, and we've been trying to find a place to get him in, and we decided that at the start of April we would go to 4 guys to try to have 4 guys ready for May if we get into a 3-game series. And Sean obviously is ready to contribute. He was really good today.
So I think I saw you guys signaling the coaches back and forth. 7 o'clock is going to be the start of Game 2. Is that correct?
I think he said 7, yes.
So what is the mindset? Try to keep the guys focused? I mean, they want to run out and grab some food right now, and I guess with these kids playing 2 games, it's really no big deal, right?
No, they've already done this 9 times this year. You know, the 3 tournament days, we played a doubleheader every day. So I don't know that we went back-to-back in the doubleheader format each day, but we've played 2 games a day 9 times already this year. So they're used to this routine.
All right, Coach, well, I'll let you get back and get ready for Game 2. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That's Danny Wallace, the head coach of the Jaguars. Again, 14-0, the final in this one. We continue through the box score. Casey Jacobson, 0 for 3. Did have a sacrifice fly RBI in the 3rd inning. That pushed either a run scored or an RBI in all 9 spots in the lineup for Flower Mound here tonight. Sean Holhouse was 2 for 3 with an RBI single, stolen base, and a run scored. Stefan Shimankiewicz, 0 for 1 officially, but scored 2 runs. Pollock hit for him in the 5th and struck out swinging. So once again, your final score, 14-0, 14 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 5 left on base for Flower Mound. For the Denton Ryan Raiders, no runs or hits, 6 errors, 1 man left on base. That'll do it for Game 1. Step aside for a small break. We'll be back at you in about 35 minutes with Game 2 of this doubleheader. Once again, Jaguars get back onto the right track with the 14-0 win over Denton Ryan. For all of us at Champion Sports Radio, I'm Thomas Lee. We'll be back from Raider Field here in a little over half an hour. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.